Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City. Armstrong Economics.
May 31st, 11:22 America, New York. Private blog. The Dow for the close of May. Private blog. The Dow for the close of May. Private blog posts are exclusively available to Socrates subscribers. To sign up for Socrates or to learn more, please visit ask-socrates.com.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
May 31st, 10:52 America, New York. Stocks were lifted by less bad news. Now we need actual good news. Economic data is weakening. Sanctions are tightening on Russia. China's still crushing supply chains in its effort to stamp out COVID, but U.S. stocks have just put in their best week in more than 2 years.
Daily FX Market News.
May 31st, 10:35 America, New York. U.S. consumer confidence falls as high inflation clouds outlook. S&P 500 holds losses. U.S. consumer confidence slides in May, but falls less than expected. Both the current situation and expectations index decline, indicating that Americans are more anxious about the outlook.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
May 31st, 10:22 America, New York. A P&G-style makeover is a big ask for Unilever. Activist investor Nelson Peltz has joined the board of the company that makes Dove soap and Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Hopes for a repeat of his previous successful campaign may be too high.
Global economy.
May 31st, 10:17 America, New York. Brussels ready to propose tariffs on Russian oil as fallback after embargo. EU leaders agree ban on country's seaborne oil while granting temporary exemption for pipeline imports to help landlocked states.
New York Times Business.
May 31st, 9:33 America, New York. Biden and Fed Chair Powell are set to meet as inflation dogs the global economy. Big risks threaten economic growth around the world as central banks try to bring prices under control.
Wall Street Journal Markets.
May 31st, 9 o'clock America, New York. Investors dip back into municipal bonds. Exchange-traded funds see record inflows as muni prices rebound after falling fairly steadily all year.
New York Times Business.
May 31st, 8:35 America, New York. Europe's oil embargo on Russia tightens the market. What an embargo means for oil prices, plus a one-issue candidate whose issue is Elon Musk. Protesters in Belgium.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. May 31st, 8:27 America, New York. Inflation weighs on India's economic growth. India's economy grew 4.1% in the fourth quarter compared with a year earlier, as rising inflation weighed on consumer spending, the main engine of growth in the world's sixth largest economy. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
May 31st, 8 o'clock America, New York. Grocery chains fight price increases. Kroger and other supermarket operators are asking vendors to justify higher prices amid signs consumers are reacting to inflationary pressures.
New York Times Business.
May 31st, 7:59 America, New York. Eurozone inflation hits highest levels since creation of the euro. The economic toll of Russia's war on Ukraine keeps widening, with price rises in Germany hitting a record and inflation in Estonia topping 20%. Stores in Ronda, a town in southern Spain.
BBC News Business.
May 31st, 7:46 America, New York. What are my rights if my flight is cancelled? Airlines including TUI and EasyJet have cancelled dozens of flights over the half-term holiday.
BBC News Business.
May 31st, 7:46 America, New York. What are my rights if my flight is cancelled? Airlines including TUI and EasyJet have cancelled dozens of flights over the half-term holiday.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
May 31st, 7:03 America, New York. Eurozone inflation hits fresh peak as more energy sanctions loom. Inflation in the bloc reached an annual 8.1% in May, underlining the growing cost of Russia's invasion of Ukraine and of the sanctions European governments have imposed in response.
Daily FX Market News.
May 31st, 7 o'clock America, New York. Brent crude update. EU bans Russian oil after agreeing on compromise. The European Commission agreed to ban seaborne Russian oil while maintaining pipeline deliveries to landlocked countries. Brent prices surge after key break.
Global economy.
May 31st, 5:57 America, New York. Should I move my money into cash to avoid stock market volatility? I would like to know the best cash strategy to avoid being hit by inflation. Daily FX market news.
May 31st, 5:39 America New York, EUR, USD outlook. Record EU inflation, EUR, USD risking a pullback. Euro area inflation hits fresh record high, supporting ECB rate hike outlook.
BBC News. Business. May 31st. 5:33 America New York. Holiday firm cancels flights ahead of Jubilee break. TUI has cut 6 flights a day as around 2 million passengers prepare to fly over the bank holiday.
BBC News Business. May 31st, 5:33 America New York. Holiday firm cancels flights ahead of Jubilee break. TUI has cut 6 flights a day as around 2 million passengers prepare to fly over the bank holiday.
Global economy. May 31st, 5:28 America New York. Eurozone inflation hits record 8.1%. Prices soar by more than expected to highest ever level.
BBC News Business.
May 31st. 4:32 America New York. Oil price rises as EU cuts Russian imports. New sanctions to block Russian oil shipped to the EU have pushed oil prices higher. BBC News. Business.
May 31st, 4:32 America New York. Oil price rises as EU cuts Russian imports. New sanctions to block Russian oil shipped to the EU have pushed oil prices higher.
Marginal Revolution.
May 31st, 1:29 America New York. How did the IR community get Russia, Ukraine so wrong? In proper Tetlockian fashion, I thought I would look back and consider how well IR experts did in the time leading up to the current war in Ukraine. In particular, how many of them saw in advance that a war was coming. And I don't mean a day or two before the war started, though there were still many commentators in denial at such a late point.